All right, we're live.
Hi, guys.
There, I guess turn the music down. There we go. Say something.
Something.
I'm running the board here. You're going.
Sorry.
There. I
I'm
got
getting
everything.
messages from this stupid school. So our school is only supposed to send us out messages that are relevant, but they treat the parenting conversation app like it's freaking Facebook or Instagram. They're like all this crap that has nothing to do with me. I'm like, is it important or not? Can you flag it important?
Well, their minds, it's all important, Lindsay. Come on, you should know that by now. Well, that kind of was a scary. That was like a Velociraptor close, you know. Wow, we got regulars coming on already. Steve's on. Curtis, my man, is on. Yes, D Spirits, Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Hopefully, I won't get flagged for a copyright violation for playing that.
If I had thought about it, I could have dug out my clarinet and played for us, but I didn't really want to blow on live.
And so much for being a family show. Hey, Country's on Instagram. Country says it's working today. So last week, for those that don't know, Instagram apparently was working, but we weren't seeing any messages. We weren't seeing anybody logged on. It was just dead air. So I am in Meta's doghouse, Lindsay. On Instagram.
No.
Actually, it's only on
just
Instagram, though.
Not on Facebook.
Facebook's fine. But Instagram, I got flagged on 5 videos over the weekend. They came for me, apparently. And then Monday, I did a video where I talked about, what's the best gift that a woman can give to a man in her life. Completely innocent. It's just a fun Christmas. Here's what you can go and do. And it was flagged for inappropriate content. So apparently Meta, I'm talking to you, Meta, thinks that men getting Christmas gifts is
for shame,
a violation of humanity. I was like, I saw that Tuesday morning when I woke up, which was yesterday, right? I just lost my shit laughing. I mean, you have videos flagged all the time. I do too. Of all the videos I've ever made.
Yeah, of all of them, that's the one
That's the one. And of all places, because I rarely have issues on Instagram. I don't know.
And to answer your question, Steve, I play 9 different instruments, actually.
Well, 10, really. Hold on. Hello. I need, I'm going to order one of these things where you can buy like little laugh tracks and stuff. They used to have soundboards for computers. I had one.
They used to, and the caveat addition to that little me being a band geek is I met my husband in marching band. Name a geekier.
How many instruments? 9.
9.
You got me beat. I only play 5. So, although to be fair, technically I can play a keyboard. I know where the chords are, and I can play them with my right hand, and I can play the bass notes with my left hand. I just can't do both at the same time. I'm a guitar player. Explain it to me, Lucy.
I can't play the strings. I play all of the woodwinds except for the double reeds and the trumpet and the baritone.
So Country said he really liked the Christmas letter post. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I do that one every single year, by the way, in variations. I mean, I change it all the time. But for those that are watching and you're wondering what it was about, 1, go watch the video. But 2, basically it was write the man a nice letter. Tell him how much you love him. Tell him how much you appreciate him. Enough said.
Angel wants to know what instruments Mr. Squirrel plays. He plays the obnoxiously loud tuba.
Really?
Really?
I learned something new today. And
he plays me like a fine-tuned violin.
You are clearly where your mind is right now. My daughter played the bassoon.
See, that's a double reed. One of the ones I don't play.
And
one of the only 2 woodwinds I don't play.
There was another one she was playing. Is it a baritone? No, that's a little. It starts with a B. It's like a tuba. It's a baby tuba.
That's the baritone.
It is a baritone. She played that too. So, when she used to practice that, the whole house used to shake. And then He would never play with me though. You know what? I'll share a story because we're sharing stories today. It's wide open today. We're talking share your favorite Christmas story, by the way. But the squirrel just went. What was I about to talk about, Lindsay? I literally.
Your daughter playing an instrument. She wouldn't play with you, tell you a story. Since we're talking about Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I remember. So I was doing a gig with another guy. So it was a lead singer, and it was just going to be him and I playing the gig. And it was Christmas stuff, right? It was Christmas time, right around this time. And we wanted to find somebody who played cello to come in and join with us. You think we could find a cello player anywhere? You know, admittedly, they were going to, I think we were getting paid $300 for the gig. So it would have been $100 in their pocket for a 3-hour gig. Couldn't find a damn cello player anywhere. And that's always been my dream, by the way. I have never been able to play with a cello player.
Aww.
And it's my favorite instrument in the orchestra by far. That was, God, 20 years ago. But yeah, it was a good gig. We played Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. We played, well, he did Silent Night a cappella without me. That was amazing, that rendition. So yeah, we had a good time.
So I have a really bad Christmas story that I don't know.
Is it going to be clean? Because your mind is clearly somewhere today. I'm going to be texting Eric in a little bit saying, take care of her already. Go ahead.
He already did that.
Thank God I'm off from the show we're off for the next 2 weeks. We may be off permanently by the time Lindsay's done. There's a snort. There we go.
Okay, so my husband bought this, Mr. Squirrel bought for the car a big red nose and the horn.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to tell the story on myself.
It's as good as the pineapple one you did on a video a while back. Go ahead. Come on.
I had beans that day.
Mm-hmm.
We're going 80 miles down the highway. And I toot a little bit. It was silent but deadly. And Eric goes, oh my. And he forgets that we have them on the windows. So he rolls down the window.
And they
go flying off. And we're like, what did the poor car behind us think? They're going 80 miles down the highway and antlers come at them. But the thing that he keeps telling me is that I'm so horrible that I can knock the antlers off a car at 80 miles an hour.
And he would be right. Oh man, they're having a field day now. So let me answer the question that Angel asked, because that's probably the most politest one right now with the commentary. What kind of band did I play in? It was all rock bands. Sprinkling I hate country music with a passion. But a few times we did country songs, but it was all rock. So no rap, no country, not ever. Other than what the heck was that song? I'll share another story because we're sharing stories today, right?
And to answer Curtis's question real quick, yes, he played sousaphone in the marching band.
Sousaphone. So anyway, I was in this band, and one other girl, and I was the guitar player. He played guitar also, and she played keys. And amazing voices, the two of them. I was banned from singing. No microphone for Dan. Rightfully so.
I can't sing.
Rightfully so, I may add. But anyway, those two started having an affair. So there was a song. I don't know the name of the band anymore. It's Need You Now.
Oh, yes. And Lady Antebellum, I think.
Okay, if you say so. So, they were having an affair. So we're doing a rehearsal. And so part of their shtick was they would sing it to each other and look into each other's eyes. Here I am, stupid little me, thinking, oh, it's cute how they're doing this. It's for the show. So when they're on stage, people will think no, they were doing it for real. And I was like, blew that whole band to shreds. Because then those two got into a fight. And we would have done well. Those two were phenomenal singers. And I mean, on the circuit where we were, I think we would have really done well. But no, things, And oh, by the way, she was married.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was. See, I'm full of stories today.
Well,
Now
they're
you got
all commenting on band, and Curtis
this
is
one
yelling
time
at
at
me.
band camp. Yeah, this one time at band camp.
I stuck up.
So,
Do-do-do-do.
Steve asked, "Do you remember the old Bob Newhart joke about country music?" I am blanking on it, but if you tell me it, I will probably remember it. Mark just told you to calm down, Lindsay.
Don't tell me to calm down. Kidding.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, here's a Shannon Tweed. Who the frick is Shannon Tweed?
I don't know.
Mistress of the Universe. I like that name. Although that one could be twisted as well. Lindsay's like, that's supposed to be mine. Anyway, Shannon Tweed. I'm guessing country. I don't know. I got to give it to you. Ask me stupid question about rock music. I can usually keep up with you. But you go country, I couldn't tell you anything.
I mean, I'll do it.
Oh, she's Gene Simmons' wife. Really? Oh, she was a Playboy model, wasn't she?
I don't know.
They'll chime in. Don't worry. Now I know who you mean. Here I'm thinking actress. Okay. Here I am thinking country music or something like that. The brain is not working.
The extent of my country music listening when I was a child was confined to Marty Robbins. And then Eric loves country music. I think it's repetitive, and I'm not a really big fan of it. If he wants to annoy me, he will come up in the most annoying, and he sings well. He will come up in the most annoying voice and sing, "She thinks my tractor's sexy." And I just want to just like hit him. But owing to the part of the country in which I live, it is required that I know certain country songs.
You're a Texan.
Country Roads Take Me Home is not actually our state song, just FYI.
No, it shouldn't. Don't be dissing the Denver. They'll be fighting words if you diss the Denver or the Cash.
No, this is my.
There's no dissing the Cash, and there's no dissing the Denver.
I don't do rap either at all.
No.
I hate Taylor Swift. I think she's Britney Spears with an acoustic guitar.
Hey, I've said it before. I said it here on this very program. As far as a business person, she's a genius.
She's a genius business person. I'm just
business person.
Not a big fan of her.
He writes the same song and plays the same 3 chords over and over
again. If I could own any instrument, so I started out playing clarinet. I played whatever was necessary, but my favorite instrument was bass clarinet. Those suckers are expensive, but it is on my wish list to buy one because I love the deep resonance of bass. Yes, I do.
Wow.
I like having
that came out of my mouth.
I can't either. I'm surprised.
With my daughter, kind of, sort of be.
I just like playing the deep wooden bass that goes down between my legs.
You are going to get us banned.
I am really.
Let's clean this up. Clean it up. Last show of the year.
Reel it in.
Good moods. We're in really good moods. If you play a country music record backwards, you get your dog back. Oh yeah, I've heard that one before. Your wife back, your kids back. Mark, I think Taylor Swift might be a decent human being, but I hate her music. I couldn't name one song.
I can, unfortunately, only because I was forced to listen to them when I worked retail on repeat.
I'm sure I've heard them. I'm not saying I'm obviously I've heard them. She's got well over 1 billion.
And then I have, and what is it? And not now, Squirrel. I'm being chastised. I'm being bad today.
You are really bad today, but you know what? It's okay. So, Logical's on. I haven't seen Logical on in a while. Angel wanted to ask, do you have any funny, embarrassing story in your bad boy Chad days? Well, other than some about at least once or twice a week waking up next to someone and going, who the frick is this girl? Because I was drunk off my ass for 10 years. Yeah, the tough one. Let me think on that. I'll come up with. I can think of some not good ones.
The The running joke with why I play so many instruments happens to be because I cannot whistle to save my life, and I cannot sing. I cannot carry a tune in a bucket with a lid.
Yeah, I can't sing either.
In fact, when I would be singing to my children, my youngest son Matthew, who we call Gremlin, actually will let me sing and enjoys it. My eldest is my toughest critic because he will put. The boy had 5 words in his repertoire. He was autistic, late talker, had almost nonverbal for years. I would start singing a song to him at night, and he would put his little hand over my mouth and just say, "No."
Mommy. No. Vulcan, thank you for the rose, my friend. Yeah, I mean, I would sing backup in some of the bands, but they wanted me to do lead one time on a song, Under the Milky Way Tonight by The Church, which is one of my favorite all-time songs. I have so much fun playing that on guitar. It's very easy to play. But my register fit it better, but I don't stay on key when I sing. So Chris, who was the lead singer, had auto-tune. Hate to break it to you, but most lead singers have auto-tune, especially one Taylor Swift. You know who the worst? You remember Kesha? Remember her?
Yes.
The auto-tune queen. It was so bad that her songs, literally that warble you hear in the songs, is actually auto-tune fixing her singing. But anyway, so he hooked me up through his auto-tune, and I actually sounded pretty good. But it was kind of weird. But yeah. Anyway, great tune by The Church. Yes, it is. One of my favorite all-time songs. Probably top 5 for me. I just love that song. I've loved it from the first time I heard it, which was mid-'80s, I believe. And it's an easy as hell one to play. I've taught it to many people. It's so easy to play. And I like to play it on 12-string more than anything else. And keep coming with the comments, the questions, share your stories. We're wide open today. We don't have a topic.
Trying to think of more embarrassing Christmas stories. I outed myself with
I'm still ruminating on the bad boy time, because I'm not proud of that. I'm really not. I laugh about it.
Angel asked, "What is the most innocently embarrassing thing that your kids have ever said when they were kids?" I had to take my children into the bathroom with me. It was a large bathroom in a big sports arena, so things echoed. And my children asked, "Mommy, why are you peeing out of your butt?"
I could top that one, I think. I don't know, maybe.
I could hear the laughter echoing.
I had my younger son and I were somewhere. Like, it was a mall store. I don't remember it was in the mall. And we're walking around, and he goes up to this random woman in the store, customer, not an employee, looks her dead in the eye and goes, "I have a penis." And I'm sitting there going, "What, Jonathan, what are you doing?" He was like 3, 2, 4 years old, somewhere in there. And she just looked at me and burst out laughing. So that's probably my best one. And I'm going to see him Friday, so I will make sure to remind him of that story.
I think the only other one that it crops that up is Eric was deployed, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. My child was asleep, and I was getting ready to take a shower or bath before I go to bed. He went through three closed doors, caught me taking care of the blood, freaked out, and I told him the next day, "You don't need to go tell anyone." I get a call from the school the next day. I answer the phone, and I hear nothing but someone dying of laughter on the other end. Because my son went to school and told everyone that mommy was bleeding but not dying because her tummy was mad that there was no baby.
Steve, I'm trying to find your thing on the country music. I'm scrolling back because we got a lot of comments today on YouTube.
And that is the most, I wouldn't necessarily call that innocent thing, but that is the most embarrassing story I have of anything.
Good one, though. That is a good one.
Just, I answer the phone and I say hello, and I hear, "Ah!" and then just laughter.
You sound Peanut right there.
I come home. Yes. Who? That's what the voice in my head sounds like is Peanut. Um.
That's no, never mind. It's too easy. Go on, keep going. I'm still trying
Um.
to find Steve's thing. There's so many comments here.
Uh.
Oh, here it is. I don't like country music, but I don't mean to denigrate those who do. And for the people who like country music, denigrate means put down. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Took me a while to find it, Steve, but I did get there. I'm a little slow today. A little slow. So I just so y'all know, I'm going off the grid starting tomorrow. Actually, immediately after this show, I'm off the internet. I do have videos queued up. And I will be periodically, checking emails and stuff, but I'm going to disappear on y'all for about 10 days, traveling home, to the frozen tundra of New York, see my kids. So get your shots in on me while you can right now. What are you doing? You doing anything fun for Christmas?
No. I have.
Well, okay.
Eric was too tired to put up Christmas lights, so we have one very sad string of lights outside. We have We have a Christmas tree that half the lights aren't working, so it's on its last leg this year. We'll wait till after the holiday when they all go on clearance to buy a new one because I am not paying $500 for a tree. I refuse. I'll barely pay $100.
See that tree behind me right there? So we were in Costco and they had that tree, basically, it's not the exact same one, but very close to it. They wanted $400 for it. So I had to go to Home Depot Black Friday, which normally I wouldn't go near it, but I didn't have much of a choice. I had to get something. That tree was $80 and it does the job. So I'm good. And it's the same size as the one at Costco. Looks basically identical. That works for me.
I mean, the kids will be out of school for 2 weeks, which until you have small children who are for the Christmas break, the line, my mom and dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It just hits different now than it did when I was a kid.
Yeah, but wait till you're, my age, and then you'll miss those days. I hate to tell you.
I tried to get my dad to come down for.
We'll miss him.
Oh, I know, but it's like the two best things for parents, or at least right now, is spending time with your kids and spending time away from them. And when we are away from them, I miss them after about the first day.
So Coxie Rocks just sent a hat and mustache. It showed up on me, but you got to do the word.
Yeehaw!
So for those of you that don't know, if you send through TikTok, because you can't do it anywhere else, a hat and mustache, Lindsay has to go yeehaw. Steve just said, I was curious on this. I don't watch it, but the Whatever Podcast crew is going on hiatus for 6 weeks. Good for them. I didn't know that. I watch their clips every once in a while.
I watch their clips. I won't necessarily watch the whole thing.
I have no interest in watching their whole thing.
I can't. I have a low tolerance for stupidity, and the girls that they bring on are like, you can tell they got two brain cells, and one of them, they're both cousins, and they're both competing for third place. My other favorite is every single one. It was like every single girl they got, their birthstone is crystal meth, and it shows.
Yeah, when I first came out, I didn't realize they were getting all of them off that website that starts with Oscar Foxtrot, and then somebody kind of is like, where they get them. And I went, no, I just thought, and then they told me and I went, oh, okay, it makes sense. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't, if that's where they're getting them, suddenly it does make a lot of sense
and I don't know that all of them come from that, and I'm going by what somebody told me. I don't watch their podcast. I watch their clips.
I watch their clips. I don't,
and even then I don't do it. So Coxie Rocks just said Lindsay's up for the hat challenge. Prove it. Let's get more hats and things so she has to live up to it. So every one of them. Adam just said, I always love the Christmas paper roll sword fights with my brothers. Coxie just sent another one. Go.
Yeehaw!
There we go. Sword fights with my brothers, and then the follow-up nunchuck battles. Me too. That was like I used to beat my younger sister with them. with them.
We have the last day of the semester, so Friday, when my children come home, there will be a sign on the door that says, "Mommy is hiding in the house with one of her Nerf guns. These two are yours and your bucket of ammo. May the odds be ever in your
Nice.
favor."
I
And
like
as
it.
soon as they walk in, I'm hiding upstairs, and I'll shoot one of them in the face. And then we'll sit there
I like it.
and back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. Our house
Cool.
looks completely destroyed afterward. There's bullets all over the place, usually, but not always. Andrew will surrender early on, and
Well,
then
there's no surrender.
he becomes a gopher for whichever parent or brother will give him. He'll go around and collect the bullets and give them back to someone. But we're like we're rolling and we're doing somersaults behind couches, and all the furniture gets moved aside so that we kind of it's kind of
Cool.
set up like almost like a paintball type thing. They're not old enough for paintball yet, and it's really, really expensive. But we do that every year.
I used to play paintball in the 80s. It was $1 a shot. And they were all single shot pistols back then. So, you know, if you would buy a tube, it was $10. And so I would, typical match, I'd go through 3 to 5 tubes, single shot and all that, $50 to play a game, plus the fee to go there. It got expensive. Now it's way cheaper than it was then. That was when it first came out, but I loved it. Worldviews just said, you're also on YouTube Live. Yes, we are. So we're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X. See, I had to look at all the different monitors because I have all 4 of them up on monitors. So, yes, we are live on all of them. And soon we'll be moving the show to
our own channel, Boy Meets Squirrel, on all of those except TikTok, which is not cooperating with us. But all the X, the Instagram, the Facebook, and the YouTube, we all will have the Boy Meets Squirrel show, which is all for just this show. And then Dan and I have our individual channels. Dan, of course, is Men Need to Be Heard, and I am Squirrel Girl 1988. Mustn't forget those numbers, the whole number. I tried to just get Squirrel Girl, but believe it or not, someone else had that.
I'm not actually way back when I was looking for you somewhere. Might have been Insta, and a bunch of them came up. Oh, by the way, thank you for reminding me because I forgot to make the video today. Like 5 people have sent me things. Someone is pretending to be me and spamming, trying to get you to buy stuff. It's not me. I have it's on TikTok. I have 2 accounts. These people are what they are. If you actually go and look for my channel on TikTok, Men Need to Be Heard, if you just look for that, there's something like 9 or 10 channels now. 2 of them are me. Men Need to Be Heard 3, which is the one I'm on right now, which is my main, which is the number 3, because somebody took THREE. And the other one is Men Need to Be Heard 2, TOO. All the other accounts are fake. I have reported all of them to TikTok multiple times. It is a violation of their terms of service. What do you think's been the reply on every single one of them?
Sorry, can't help you.
No violation.
Of course.
They're taking my videos and reposting them, which is also a violation of terms of service. What TikTok doesn't know is that I have now trademarked my logo. And now I have saved all those responses from TikTok where they say, we don't have a problem with them using your logo. To which point I'm going to go, well, maybe the courts will have a different viewpoint. So, yeah. Matthew just said, I've had messages from accounts pretending to be you. Yes. If you message me and I reply, that's one thing, but I don't send messages to people other than creators that I know, like present company. It is not me. I'm going to do everything I can get those accounts taken down. I know others deal with the same thing. Lindsay, you probably got copycats also.
Yes.
And so when you get them, guys, do me a favor. If you know it's not me, report them. Help me out because these people are going crazy. One guy's got, last I checked, something like 400 followers. And he just takes it could be a woman. He takes my stuff and moves it And I report the videos, I report the accounts. So it is not me contacting you. I don't do that, guys. I don't sell anything. Oh, by the way, I was sharing stories. All the requests to promote things, sell stuff. The last week, apparently, I've gone into the fashion world of TikTok. I've been offered to sell hair products, mascara, women's clothing. I'm trying. What's the one for growing your hair back?
Rogaine?
Yeah, not Rogaine. It was something like that, but it was for women, not men.
Oh, I don't know.
At least that one they got close on. But yeah, I'm not going to say I will never promote a product. I actually have one that is in my fitness niche. And I said, let me send you your product and let me try it because I won't promote something I don't believe in. And I think it's phenomenal. But show me the money and then I'm going to donate that money. So that money will go to a nonprofit. I'm not going to keep it for myself. But it's not something I'm going to do a lot of. I know creators do it. I don't fault them for it. You're going to make a buck, right? But yeah, the hair products, the blow dryer. I had a blow dryer one a while back. Yeah, that's going to work.
I get asked to. I keep getting asked to sell men's supplements. I guess because of my content. They're like,
that could kind of fall in.
We'll give it to you and you can try it for 90 days. Like, I can try testosterone something. No, thank you.
Oh, I get those. And, I've actually, so for those that don't know, I used to own gyms. I'm a fitness trainer. I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach and all that. So I get products sent to me all the time on that stuff. But there's legal testosterone is something I'm looking at. Coxie just said, apparently I gave him my WhatsApp number. I don't have WhatsApp. That's my point. He's laughing too. But yeah, I can't stop it. I have gone to TikTok. Apparently, I'm going to have to send TikTok a cease and desist.
I don't get testosterone. I get offered.
Did you see Matthew's comment? One of the accounts pretending to be you called me babe in a message.
Speaking of messages with interesting commentary, so I have recently begun getting messages from one person who thinks that they said that they want to they love essaying or not essaying, especially harassing straight women, and she keeps. Every time I report the account, it goes down and they come back and they go down and they come back and they go down and they come back. And he's like,
"Oh, Matthew, it wasn't me.
I'm gonna make you, I know you're into it." And I was like, "Please stop." I made a comment about something I was speaking about my husband, and they're like, "I'm gonna make you turn you." And I had to say, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but my husband already converted the because for those of you who don't know, my maiden name is Dike. So I said, sorry, I was already that, and I didn't like it. I got married and got rid of that as soon as possible. So, nice try though.
That's why you got married so young.
Yeah, that's totally why. And
it wasn't for love. It was for the name.
It was for the name change. Partially true, but no.
If you're watching, I won't say his name, but Country just said he got a message. Lindy replied to a message from me this week. So you must have let Country know or said hi to him. So yeah, if you send me mess, by the way, because I know I'll just throw this out there and I know it happens to Lindsay. It happens to all the we're not even huge creators, but we get thousands of DMs a day. If we're not replying to you, please don't take offense. There's no way. I would have to hire a staff of 5 to keep up with everything I get.
Now that it's holiday season, apparently women are getting really desperate for cash, and I keep getting I've gotten at least 10 to 20 a day of guys asking if I want a sugar daddy for the holidays.
Really?
Really? Some of them come with pictures.
Is that why they're all messaging me then? Because they're looking for a sugar daddy?
I don't know, but if
I
I get an unsolicited picture, I'm going to comment on it and grade it like 10
like that one
something
you
out of
did?
10. Mhm.
Let me turn the volume
No.
off on my phone.
Well, not are we talking about the one where I got
The one where he wanted to have don't say the word.
No,
The
that was
contest.
he didn't send me any private message DMs or pictures. He just wanted to have a measuring contest of a part of anatomy, which I do not have. To which I told him that that's not really fair because, and then he said his big anatomy is larger than mine. I said, well, 1 inch is bigger than 0 inches, so that's not really the winning point. You think it is. He didn't like that.
Yeah, so I'm not going to share the names, but apparently since the weekend, we've got Ashley, who wants to know if I want to date her. We've got Rita, who's saying, hi, I'd like to get to know you better. We've got Sexy. We won't say what she said. I mean, these are just one right after the other. No, I know they're all scammers. I get
The
that.
bad thing is because I post mostly either comment on men's stuff or because I post stuff about men. I also get the women who don't check to see that I am a woman before they send me crap.
Or maybe they are. And I'm just saying. So, yes, Matthew, I knew the Darth Vader know what Luke Skywalker got him for Christmas. That's old. That's like 40 years old, that joke.
What is the
And he also said I reported them when they messaged me. Yeah, please do if they do that, guys. It's not me doing that. All right. Oh, hello from Thailand, the Million Men Project. I know who that is. Oh, he just said Alex. So my buddy Alex is starting a new channel, which is called the Million Men Project. I've been chatting with him behind the scenes. I believe he's going live with it, or not live, but starting to release stuff in January. So you might want to go follow him. If you're on TikTok, he's on right now. The Million Men Project, give him a follow. He's been on my January 2nd. He just said he's been on my podcast a couple times. He is a passport bro. And he's going to impart some really good wisdom for the passport bros. Hey, this is flying by. We're already 40 minutes in, Linz.
I know.
All right, heart bomb. I want a like bomb. Let's do it. Likes, hearts, all that good stuff. We need a massive one. Hey, share this out, especially if you're on TikTok. Although we're doing okay on TikTok.
We're doing okay.
Last week we didn't get reported, and so far we haven't been reported today. So I don't know. Maybe whoever it is that's monitoring my accounts and reporting everything is enjoying the Christmas holiday. Angel just said,
I can only hope.
Only day I can eat to my heart's content. I am a personal trainer, a certified nutritionist, or I was, because I moved from New York. I'm no longer certified. I will tell you right now, calories you eat on Christmas or Thanksgiving do not count.
I have a spoon rest that says that.
Yeah, your body will reject those calories. You cannot gain weight on those 2 days. I always tell my clients that. Because like some of my clients, they live on burpees, broccoli, and chicken is the phrase, right? Because they're competing. And I always tell them Christmas, New Year's, Memorial Day, the holidays, just
holiday calories don't count.
Enjoy them. Yeah, because you got to live too. But I have one girl. She was down like 70 pounds. Classic burpees, broccoli, and chicken. She could outlift 99% of the men out there, honestly. And it was a Christmas 4 or 5 years ago, and that's what she had for Christmas dinner. Everybody else had the whole thing. And she messaged me, I had a chicken breast and broccoli. And I'm like, why? It's one day. Go for it.
We have a game in our house where we make cookies, but so we have a kind of island in our kitchen. You can get into the kitchen from 2 different ways. My parents started this tradition game, and it has continued into our family. Is mommy will be making cookie dough, and one boy will distract me. So the other one can steal cookie dough, and then I'll turn back like, what? Where did the cookie go? No, and then the other one will do it. If we manage to make 5 cookies, it's a miracle.
Yeah, but it's fun, right? Those are memories that they'll never forget. Angel said, "Have I asked me, have you ever had fun drunken moments with your kids?" No, I have not. I stopped drinking at 23 when my son was, well, he was before he was born. Um, I have had alcohol since then. And Lindsay's been at my house. She knows I might have one. While she had 10 shots of moonshine, I had one.
Did not have 10. I only had.
Lindsay was a little bit happy that evening. But never been drunk around my kids ever. And I never will be. I have no interest in it. Lindsay, on the other hand.
So last year, my friend
ignoring me.
I am. So last year, one of my friends got me a wine bottle topper for my Christmas cheer. It's like one of those cork things that sits on the top of the bottle that looks like a wine glass, so you can just sip the whole. Take part in the Christmas cheer. We also have the moose things from Christmas Vacation, the cups. Only come out. So my husband's family, Mr. Squirrel's family, Christmas movie is Griswold family, Christmas Vacation. My family's Christmas movie of choice, other than Die Hard, is A Christmas Story.
That's mine. Let's ask everybody, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Let's pour it out there.
My brother-in-law has a life-size, full-size replica of the lamp that goes in his window in the front of his house, framed every Christmas.
But one of the ornaments on that tree is the lamp. Yeah, let's do that. That's fun. Let's do that. Everybody, share your favorite Christmas movie, Hanukkah movie, or whatever you want. And let us know. Mine is A Christmas Story, one of our traditions, and I shared this not too long ago in one of my newsletter thingies. The tradition we used to do was usually the Saturday before Christmas, wherever it fell. We would watch Christmas Story every year. This went on for years. So we would get a bunch of junk food, popcorn, candy, all the goodies, and the entire family would sit and watch Christmas Story to the point we could recite the words ahead of time. But that was our favorite, and I have very fond memories of that. And hopefully we're all going to be together this weekend, and I'm going to see about watching it. I don't know if I can pull that off. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. If we want to have this debate, we've had it before.
I saw the best TikTok earlier this morning. A friend of mine sent it to me. Is the best Christmas movies have a wise man with a long white beard, elves bearing gifts and something whatever, and it's Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, you're not wrong.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Country just said Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation is very good. I would never knock that one, but it's not my favorite.
Anyone want to guess what my favorite scene in Christmas Vacation is?
There's so many I could apply to you. I think the one where he doesn't get his check or he gets the gift certificate.
It's when the squirrel attacks everyone.
See, I didn't even think about that one. By the way, did you know that he riffed that whole thing?
I did not.
That was not scripted. I mean, I guess there were like bullet points, and he just did the whole thing. So,
or also the part where the police barge into their house and everyone's frozen, and she's holding her husband's.
Oh yeah.
And then she shakes his hand and then puts it back.
Take a guess what my favorite part of that movie is. This should be easy. I bet every guy on here knows what I'm going to say. Somebody guess it.
The daydreaming about the pool.
Oh, scene? Hell yeah. Ooh, Christy Brinkley, baby. Oof. Billy Joel, man. Thumbs up to you, brother. Yeah. Oof.
The cat, yeah.
The cat was a good. So yeah, let us know your Christmas movie. That was kind of a spur of the moment thing. We got a serious question. What's the way you see the modern feminist nonsense changing TV social pressure? Go ahead, Linz. I'll let you go first.
Well, I have said this for a while now, but the depiction of dads in media is absolutely abhorrent. or any, love interest, that just the way that men are portrayed in sitcoms and movies and what is either they're superfluous, they're not there, or they're the bumbling idiots.
Yeah, there was a commercial. It was a Christmas commercial, one of the car ones, and they made the dad look like a complete idiot. And I want to say, it's tough enough time to sell cars right now. You think it's really a good idea to go around demeaning men? You think that's gonna help sell your car? But the truth of the matter is, it does work. That's why they keep doing it. But if they ever demeaned a woman that way, oh hell no. That was another one I saw that I wanted to get to because we got comments. Steve said, "Did you hear that Disney's removing a trans role from their Pixar animated series?" I did see it, nor do I, and I don't care. I don't watch Disney movies. I'm done with Disney. I'm done with ESPN when they went woke. I used to be 3 hours a day on ESPN, not counting games. I watched every episode of Pardon the Interruption from the day it started until 2020, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. I haven't watched one since. I literally never missed a single episode of Pardon the Interruption in 18 whatever years it was. Now, no. So I did see that. Asked a little while ago, what do I think is going to happen with men's issues next year? I think one of the things that we're going to see, men/political, and to Lindsay's point, is I think you're going to see them start going away from that a little bit more. Having talked with politicians, I haven't spoken to the media, but I have spoken to politicians. The men's vote scared the crap out of them. The media saw it too. There's no question they have. I do think that is going to change it. Some other things that have come up in the news just this week. I have a video coming out on Crystal, Miss Magnum, admitting she made the whole thing up for the Duke case. So I have a video coming out. I think I have it scheduled for Saturday on that. That's a game changer if we move it forward, because it's the ultimate false allegation. And I think one of the things that you're going to see is that the Russell Brand one, by the way. Remember when Russell Brand was accused about 15, 16 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard anything since?
No.
Not a word. You think if they had something, they would have done something by now? I mean, he was demonetized everywhere. I don't know if he's been remonetized, but they were all over him, and poof, it's all gone. So obviously the police started investigating and found out it was a complete lie, but they'll never admit it. But I think you're going to see false allegations start getting the right attention. That's the big one. And this could be somewhat wishful thinking. I know I am going to be talking about it. I know Lindsay's going to be talking about it. But I also think that, as we've talked about before, I don't want to get too deep in politics, but this election was a game changer for men. The question is, will men step up? You guys have got to step up. If you don't, they're just going to ignore us.
I'm sorry, I'm reading comments.
I know you are. I can see by the fake look on your face.
I have resting mom face.
You have resting bitch face too sometimes, but
sometimes I do, yes.
And then there was resting drunk face. I've seen that one. Lindsay was a happy little girl. Lindsay's a happy drunk, just so y'all know. She wasn't drunk. She was happy.
I was squirrelier than usual.
You were funny as hell is what you were.
Well, when you come down here to visit for 4th of July and we eat and drink all day.
You.
Okay. Well,
I'll eat.
Our family, you'll watch us and you can, I don't know, film me or something.
I'll be the designated DD for anyone that needs to drive home. Not that I'll be knowing where the hell I'm going, but.
We have gyps.
I'm always the DD wherever we go out with friends, and I'm fine with it. Doesn't bother me. Lindsay was jolly. She was a merry little elf that night. That was fun. And of course, my wife's feeding her more shots and more shots.
Yes, she's an enabler.
Absolutely, she is.
She's like, here, have some more. And then I was getting double teamed because his wife was feeding me shots, and so was my husband.
Yeah. And then there was sweet, innocent me, looking out for his adopted daughter. But yeah, it was fun times. But yeah, Lindsay was jolly that night. Yeah, Matthew just said the Russell Brand thing went quiet really quick. Yeah, it did. And they claimed they had absolute proof. If they had anything, there's no way the investigation's gone on this long. No way. But yet, all those accusations, they trashed him. I know YouTube demonetized him. I think others did as well. All of that happened and nothing. You talk about the Duke case. Those boys lost their everything. They were charged with, you go watch my video to get details on it, but they were charged with crimes, ultimately found by the current governor of North Carolina, I might add, Rod Cooper, who was the AG at the time, found to be completely innocent. And their lives are still ruined. And she's never faced a lick of blowback for it. So I think that's going to be a big issue that you're going to see pop up a lot next year. And good. It's time that we had that conversation. Yeah. It really is, because as Lindsay has pointed out many, many, many times, it doesn't just hurt those guys. It hurts the actual victims, because then their pleas become white noise compared to all the people lying. So anyway, does E.T. count as a Christmas movie? All right, Die Hard, absolutely. Somebody said Blazing Saddles earlier. I might agree with you on that one. E.T. can. I've only seen E.T. once. I saw it in the theaters. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I hate E.T. If I saw E.T. in real life, I would blow him away with both barrels. You know what other movie I hated? Avatar. That was the stupidest movie ever. And the last I knew, it was still the...
Oh, with the blue...
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, watching this movie, it went on forever. And I'm like, oh, let it be over with.
I'm sorry. When you say Avatar, I think of The Last Airbender. So Eric always has to remind me.
What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
The worst movie I've ever seen?
Yeah, everybody always asks, what's the best? What's the worst?
Danny Darko.
That was awful. I'll give you that one. Yeah, that was awful. Mine are E.T. number 1, Avatar number 2, and there was some Tom Cruise movie back in the mid-'80s. He was like a little elfie thing.
Anything on Hallmark or all of that crap, it's the same story over and over again. When it comes to Christmas, Hallmark or Lifetime, whatever original Christmas movies, the only exception is The Christmas Wish, which is sweet, and I actually read the book first.
Country just said Airbender too. So, do you watch Hallmark Christmas movies?
Not by choice. My mother used to force me, and I used to beg her to please, we are doing a family night. You have to come out of your hidey hole and participate with the family. So I'm sitting there in a chair reading, because all she said was I had to be out of my room. She didn't say that I had to actually pay attention to the movie.
My wife loves them. So we've probably watched 7 or 8 of them since Thanksgiving. The things you got to do as a husband, right? Jingle All the Way. That's a good one. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Jingle All the Way is good. The original Santa Claus. My favorite part of that movie is when he shaves off his beard and then he goes, it grows back and goes, I'm in trouble. Just the way he delivers that line.
Coxie Rocks just sent another hat and mustache, Lindsay. Go.
Yeehaw!
What's that get us to? 3? Come on, I want 5. Get me there.
It's the same person pounding me over and over. Can you buy me
a
dinner first?
Oh, there's another one. Hayes just sent one.
Yeehaw!
I'm right there, guys. Come on, get me over the edge. See, it doesn't sound... Oh, there we go. There's another one. Make her snort. There goes another one. Come on.
Yeehaw! My kids are going, what's that noise?
Yeah, really. And another one.
Really?
Yes, I'm not lying. I would never lie to you. You know that.
Yeehaw!
What's that get us to? 6? Now I want 10. Come on. Everybody on the other channel is going, what the frick are they talking about? It's on TikTok. It's a thing. And there's another one.
Yeehaw.
Hayes
Yeehaw!
Thank you, Hayes.
Y'all, if y'all want me to snort, you're gonna have to say something truly
And another
fun.
one. Now there are 2 of them. 3 of them.
Okay. Can't breathe.
Come on.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
There you go. Curtis said Dan will film it. We'll make it. Will that make social media? What am I filming, Curtis? There's so many comments. I must have missed something earlier. Let me know. Yes, we want Lindsay snorts. I agree.
You'll have to say something truly funny, and I have to be able to breathe. Otherwise, I'm going to bray like a donkey as I, suck in air.
Oh, Steve just asked, have you seen the new Christmas movie on Prime, Red One? Yes, I did. I actually loved it. I thought it was really good. It's hokey as hell, but it's good. Check it out. The Rock is in it, and
Chris Evans.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of him. The guy that used to be on Law and Order. He's Santa Claus. Somebody help me out here. I don't remember his name. Great movie. I actually really enjoyed that. We watched that last Saturday, and Hayes just sent another one.
Yeehaw!
She's going to be deaf later. Yeah, everybody on the other platforms is going, what the frick? Oh, J.K. Simmons. Thank you, Steve. Yes. That was really good. I enjoyed it. I had no expectations from it. Steve just said, my wife despises A Wonderful Life. Only seen it once in my life. It's okay. I don't see what all the hullabaloo is about it. So keep them coming, guys. Questions. We're wide open today. Hey, we're approaching 5 o'clock, so we're about an hour in. Do us a favor. Like, heart,
subscribe to both of us and
follow. Make sure that you follow our soon-to-be live channel called
The Boy Meets Squirrel Show on Instagram, X, YouTube, Facebook, and we're still fighting with TikTok.
And by we mean her.
Yes, me.
That's been assigned to her. The squirrely cowgirl is sounding hoarse. Oh, flying out of that. You don't get a yeehaw for a cap. You have to be a heart and mustache. But thank you, Roscoe, for the cap. Curtis just said this sounds very bad. What sounds bad? I'm missing so many comments. I'm judged between 4 sites. Trying to keep up with them all. I'm loving this. Man, this has been fun today.
It's been fun today.
Yeah.
Someone accused me, or someone told me earlier that I am sweet and innocent.
Don't do that when I'm drinking.
Revenge.
See, I know shit you guys don't know. I've seen her with her husband. It's disgusting. It really was.
I should watch Foamy Squirrel on YouTube. Am I gonna like that?
Now I know. I've never seen it.
I'll try anything once.
Oh, Lindsay being drunk. That's what Curtis was asking. Yeah, it was. She wasn't drunk. I don't want to. I have. To
I was
not drunk. She was buzzed. You were buzzed. She was happy for sure. Oh, Frank in Philippines just said, I see Griswold there. Christmas Vacation is a classic. Yeah, we're asking everybody what's your favorite Christmas movie, so share that. Show them your shirt, Lindsay. Not the things under it, just the shirt. There you go. A Christmas Carol is awesome too. Yes, but which version, Adam? Which one? Mine, I don't know if you guys can see it now. I don't know if it's out there. Is the one with George C. Scott. So you would have had to be my age to see it. Came out in the early 70s. It was very good. But I know there's a cartoon one that was good too, but I can't remember who was in
the cartoon one that was fairly recent was pretty good. Of course, I like the old claymation stop movies. The Little Drummer Boy is my favorite, followed by, and I'm not a big fan of.
Are you talking about the Christmas shows? Let's go there. What's your favorite Christmas? See, you give me ideas, Lindsay. What's your favorite Christmas show? So, like mine is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And you got to ask me, Lindsay, why do I like Rudolph?
Why do you like Rudolph?
Because Clarice is a slut. Go watch that movie with her little bow prancing around, sashaying her sweet little ass all over the place trying to get Rudolph.
Oh, dear. I like it because Bumbles bounce.
Well, I'm the Bumble. It's off camera right now, but one of my nicknames is the Bumble. So, but yeah, yeah, I love Rudolph, and I have for 40 years now declared that Clarice is a slut.
I do like Muppet Christmas Carol, but my favorite Muppet movie has to be Muppet Treasure Islands, and I'll sing "And Margarita's at the Midnight Buffet." Um, and of course there's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, somebody just mentioned that one.
I bought Mr. Squirrely a shirt that's got the Grinch grin, and on the back it says, "And it grew 3 sizes that day."
Now, do you like the one with Jim Carrey in it?
No,
I don't either.
I'm not a big fan of.
I like the TV show from way back when. Love that. That movie with Jim Carrey was awful, I thought. I don't like him to begin with, but
I don't like him to begin with. I don't like over the top stupid humor like slapstick and stuff. The one exception to that is the movie Mouse Hunt. That is the only slapstick humor I like. I can quote that movie backwards and forwards and sideways and up and down.
I'm trying to picture Mouse Hunt.
It's got 2 brothers in a house trying to kill a mouse, and one of them, there's Cadzilla, and they accidentally blow up a roach bomb. It's, look, you blew a hole in the floor.
I must not have seen it because I'm blanking completely on it. But you made me think when you said that. Home Alone, Christmas movie, yay or nay? I mean, it's obviously
yes, it's a Christmas movie. Which one is your favorite? Mine.
First one.
First is the first one. I'm not a big fan of the third one.
No, that was awful.
It was awful.
I didn't think the second one was all that good.
The second one was better than the third one because it was a different kid.
I forget what year it came out. I was with my first wife. We saw it on New Year's Eve. Like the show started at 9, so it was getting over at 11. And I remember walking out of the theater at 11 o'clock. You know, we were going to go somewhere to celebrate, bring in the new year. It was us and maybe 15 other people, and we're all doubled over in the parking lot, laughing our asses off, reliving some of the stuff in the movie. I remember that's a great Christmas story because all complete strangers. But that movie, oh God, was that movie funny?
So I saw a really good post, and I put it up on my Facebook every year. Said, who would win, a Predator or Macaulay Culkin from a Christmas Story? And I go, how much time has he got? 4 hours. Oh yeah, he's gonna win.
Ricardo just said Mel Brooks killer comedy, Blazing Saddles, all-time best comedy ever. Somebody mentioned that one earlier, but Mel Brooks, Spaceballs. Oh God, Spaceballs comes on. That's a must. You know, like if you're scrolling channels, Spaceballs is a must. Absolute must. Blazing Saddles is my favorite comedy of all time. Can you imagine if Blazing Saddles came out now? There is no way. Zero chance it would make it to theaters, which is sad. Because the funny thing is, the thing they would try and cancel it for is it would, well, it's racist and all that. No, he was mocking racism and all that stuff. That's what that whole movie was about.
It's okay. So I'm a really big reader and I'm a big book nerd. I'm a big lot of things nerd. But a school in Montana recently
or the sports, yeah.
Banned To Kill a Mockingbird because it makes people uncomfortable. And I'm like, that's the point of the book, is to make you uncomfortable. Like that's the moral of the story.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
It just baffled me. I mean, lots of things baffle me.
Well, yeah.
We have to stop asking people how dumb can you get, because they're starting to take that as a personal challenge.
Oh, yeah. Just when you think they can't go lower, they do. Matthew said in the UK, we don't really have Christmas TV shows, but our sitcoms always do. So, Matthew, do you not have Rudolph over there? You must have Rudolph. Or Frosty the Snowman. Or Peanuts Christmas. Nobody's mentioned Peanuts Christmas.
Another movie that no one's mentioned is Love Actually.
Is that the one with Cameron Diaz?
No.
What's the one with her?
I don't know.
She's on my hall pass list. There's somebody help me out. So you guys need to help us out. What was the one with? There's a Christmas movie with Cameron Diaz in it. And I like that one just because she's in it. Angel just
something
what is
about
it?
Mary.
No. That's a great movie, but that's not the one I'm thinking. It's a Christmas movie. Something about Mary. That was another one. I remember my stomach hurting after watching it in the theater. So Matthew said, no, they don't. It's just our regular shows doing Christmas. Well, Matthew, get on YouTube or whatever, Netflix or one of them. I have no idea where it is, and go watch Rudolph. And then after you watch it and you see Clarice with her little bow on her head, sashaying across the snow, trying to get Rudolph, see if you agree with me. Angel just said Deadpool trilogy. Ryan Reynolds is the perfect Deadpool. I haven't seen a single one. Sorry. I don't do those kind of movies.
Eric went to Mr. Squirrel went to go see them. Of course, I don't know why I'm changing. We all know my husband's name is Eric.
The Holiday. That was it. Thank you. And Mark just said the hair gel scene. Franks and Beans. We're talking about something about Mary. Which, by the way, I watched that about a year ago. Well, it was less than a year ago. It was sometime last spring. It wasn't as funny now. It's on the small screen. It's not as funny. I don't know why. But it was a great movie. The Holiday. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Everybody's saying Deadpool was great. Haven't seen them. I don't watch those. You know what else I used to love? We're off all over the place today.
We really are.
I used to love James Bond movies. I love Daniel Craig as James Bond. The last one they did was a stinker to me. I just watched that a week and a half ago. Yes, Steve, I have not watched Deadpool, any of them. Just not my thing. If you're telling me I got to check it out at some point, I probably will.
I've watched all not the most recent round of Marvel movies because they've kind of gone downhill, but
Country just said Mouse Hunt was a good movie. I looked the ball of string cheese at the end.
It's string. It's cheese.
See,
a world without string is chaos.
He also said the Doctor Who Christmas special. And everybody's throwing out Die Hard on Instagram. Yeah. See, I had no reference for the mouse. I still cannot place that movie. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's cute. It is one of the few, if not the only, slapstick humor comedies that I like. I don't really like stupid humor. My children love it.
All right, I got to ask you, although you're kind of young. Three Stooges, yay or nay? And I will slap you if you give me the wrong answer.
Good thing we're far away from each other.
You have got to be effing me.
No, I like them. I know that's slapstick humor, but
oh God. I grew up watching. I love the Stooges.
Well, they pioneered the genre, and I think that it kind of went downhill after them because everyone was trying to replicate them.
All right, let me ask you this one then. Abbott and Costello.
Huh?
I was going to say. Oh, I got her finally. I knew I would get one. Lindsay, write it down right now. Who's on first? Go watch it. The best ever comedy skit will never be topped. Who's on? Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? Go watch it tonight. As soon as we're done, put the kids in the bedroom. Go watch it. And then text me what you think. Because it is the best. A bunch of hearts just came, so I think people agree with me. Yeah, let's get another heart bomb going. We got about 20 minutes left, and then we're signing off for the year. Because we won't be back until after the new year, and hopefully we'll be on the new channel by then.
Yes, Henry Cavill was the perfect Superman. In fact, he's the perfect everything.
Here we go again. We're back to that. Well, I guess if I go with Cameron Diaz, I guess I got to give you one, right?
I guess.
Go ahead.
Although he's nice to look at, but I mean, he did get my vote though for yes, this is my real celebrity crush because someone asked him Star Trek or Star Wars, and his answer was Stargate, and I go, that's the one.
You got to ask me that one.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Oh, Trek. I'm Trek. I love Star Wars. Well, I loved Star Wars. The first 6 movies. I actually like the prequels. You can give me shit for it. It's okay. My wife's favorite character, by the way, is Jar Jar Binks. Um, I like the first 6. The last 3, they destroyed that thing.
My only complaint about the prequel series is that they rushed the last one, Revenge of the Sith. I feel that they kind of
I can
rushed
see your
it.
point, but I thought they were all good.
They were all good, but the thing I hated about this new series is they had with the extended universe, they had the books, they had the perfect outline right there, and they go, yeah, we're going to subvert expectations, and I'm like,
they went woke is what they did.
Well, yeah, and they went broke. And
Frank just said saw Abbott and Costello in a Scooby-Doo special. You just dated yourself, my friend. You and I are probably the only two on here who remember that. Angel said, you remember the phone scene with Costello? Yes, I do remember that. Lindsay, check out Abbott and Costello. They had a TV show for a while. They had multiple movies. I think probably my favorite was Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, or the Mummy was in it.
I've actually seen the original Mummy, although the newer one with Brendan Fraser is probably one of my absolute all favorite.
That was my favorite ride at was it Universal? It's gone now.
Yeah, it is gone.
Jaws is gone. I love that one. Jaws and the Minions. Minions
is still there. But because sequels have a problem of not being as good as the first movie, so the Brendan Fraser Mummy 1 and Mummy 2 are actually, I think, the two like perfect original and the sequel. Mm-hmm. Other than the Trimmer series, but nothing past 4. That is a movie that I will always, if it's on and I see any of the Trimmers 1, 2, or 3, I will stop and watch them. My favorite movie of all time is Armageddon.
That's a good movie, but it's not Saving Private Ryan. Sorry.
No.
Saving Private Ryan is the best movie ever, and I cry every single time.
Eric thinks it's funny because he can mute Armageddon and then just watch me go.
So I remember when that came out, and then the other one was Deep Impact. They came out like at the same time. They were basically the same movie. Deep Impact I prefer over Armageddon. Lindsay's like, what the fuck is Deep Impact?
I remember watching Deep Impact.
Morgan Freeman, baby.
Yes. And then what other corny? The Core is a good movie.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, it took me a second.
The whales are singing to us.
So Sam just said Saving Private Ryan is amazing. Yeah, I remember sitting in the theater watching that, and there were a couple of older guys in it who were clearly World War II vets and then breaking down and crying. I remember sitting in the theater. I saw it like a week after it came out, and nobody had really talked yet about the opening scene. And, seeing there, I was just, because I grew up, my whole family served in World War II. My uncles and all that. My father was in Korea, but everybody else was in World War II, and hearing the stories and seeing that. And to this day, it's my favorite movie when they get, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Matthew said you should check out 2 Ronnie's British comedy sketch double act. Okay, I'll check them out, but are they as good as Benny Hill or Monty Python? I'm sorry. They got high standards to meet.
Computer says
yes, no. Matt, he just said Monty Python. Matthew, we had Monty Python over here in the 70s. It was on PBS. I've seen them all 50 times. And not to mention the movies. Love Monty Python. Love Benny Hill. Did you see Mark's comment on
YouTube? Yes, I saw.
So Mark over on YouTube, for those of you elsewhere, you could put Tom Hanks in a Viagra commercial and it would get an Oscar. Yeah.
It's because he rises to the occasion.
Well, we got to snort. By the way, Roscoe sent a cap. Hey, it sent a heart me. Graham said a TikTok. Thank you for all of those. Whew. This has been fun so far. We still got about 10 minutes left. Anything else you want to talk about, Linz? I mean, it's our last show of the year.
Not really. We're just kind of
we're all over the place today. That's okay.
We're shooting shit with y'all.
Yeah. And that's cool. That's what we got to do this like at least every other month or so.
Yeah, every other month or so, because
I mean, we want to be serious topics, but it's Christmas, Yeah, so I'm saying Saving Private Ryan is the movie that come closest to reality. I agree. I think it does too. I mean, there's some major faux pas in it, if you know anything about weapons, but um, just watching it, like I said earlier, sitting in the theater, my mouth probably was hanging open, and it was just mind blowing. And the other thing I remember is at the end of the movie, the theater was dead silent. It's only happened twice that I've ever been in a movie where there was not a sound to be heard. Saving Private Ryan was one, and not Lone Survivor. What's the one with this? American Sniper was the other one. Dead silence in both of them, and they both just happened to be, saluting vets.
Well, I mean, I've seen both of those. We did we went to go see it because it came out when I was too young to see it on the big screen, but it came out came out in theaters a couple years ago with Schindler's List, which, boy, that hits differently on a big screen than it does your TV screen.
I remember seeing that in the theater. I was very uncomfortable watching that movie because I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood, and I've shared before my best friends growing up. Both
the movie about that subject that makes me the most uncomfortable, that I can never watch again. I've seen it once. I can never watch it again. Is the boy in the striped pajamas.
I've seen that. The one you want to check out is Holocaust. It was a miniseries in the 70s. It was very big when it came out, but I remember Meryl Streep is in it. Nobody knew who she was. James Wood is in it. It's a great story, but I remember my friend's parents going, "This is so unrealistic. It isn't funny." When they were trying to depict Auschwitz and the other place, they were there, right? But it's Schindler's. When I was watching it in the theater, I always had them chirping in the back of my mind because I've heard the real stories, which are horrific. And Schindler's did a good job covering it, but it still didn't quite get there, at least for me, and that's me. Can we send you Justin Trudeau Merry Christmas? Did he resign today? I haven't even watched the news. I know he's close.
We don't want him. Someone asked, can we talk about what men need in a relationship? They need peace.
Alcohol. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Linz. Go ahead. Go.
Peace and respect. And sex. Although the first two are more important than.
Wow. Well, wait a minute here.
Well, if she respects you, then.
Lindsay, you respect me, but you ain't getting none of that from me.
This is a different relationship. This
you can
relationship
get respect elsewhere.
This relationship is parental in nature.
It actually is. So yeah. Peace and respect are the number two. So a couple people have already commented on that. Matthew said not wrong with the alcohol. Yeah, it's peace and respect. Honestly, I mean, to me, they're one and the same. Acknowledgement is also a good one.
I mentioned this on the live that I was on earlier today on TikTok, because people are like, well, how do you acknowledge, Mr. Squirrel got a new job and he's been working a lot. And I said, I have made it a point, because he has been working his ass off because he's lost weight. So he is actually working his ass off. And to every couple days tell him how proud I am of him, because it's much more mentally more mentally taxing, his new job, than his old one. And I mentioned this in a comment on some video somewhere, and I have gotten hell for it. The comment's been taken down twice.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but
they took down my Christmas gift video. I mean, come on.
How dare I tell my husband I'm proud of him?
I mean, can you imagine this person at Meta? Probably the video was reported. They go and watch the video where I say the best gift you can give the man in your life is to tell him basically what Lindsay just said, that you love him and appreciate him and acknowledge what he does for you. That's it in a nutshell. And they flag that as inappropriate content.
Well, the person probably was like, I didn't get my Christmas vacation request off.
I'm like,
denied.
Like I said earlier, I burst out. I was laying in bed. I burst out laughing. because that hands down. I've had videos taken down before. I laugh about it for the most. That one was the stupidest takedown ever. I have appealed it, but it's up. They didn't take it off, but they're not sending it out. It's flagged, so it's gone nowhere, which is sad because how many men would benefit if their wife actually did what Lindsay's talking about, doing for her husband? It's the number one gift you ever got. And I tell you that right now because I say make that video in some form every year. And I have women reach out to me afterward going, I saw your video. I did what you suggested. My husband broke down and cried, gave me the best hug I've ever gotten in my life. Stood there in stunned silence. There's a whole gamut of emotions. Why would we not want that to be promoted and out there? But no. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't like it.
How dare we treat men like they have feelings?
Mind blowing. All right, we got about 10 minutes. Let's do another heart bomb real quick. Somebody else, it's been a while since we had a yeehaw, so somebody else wants to send a heart and mustache. Sorry, Linz. I mean, if we got like 5 of them in a row, I'm just saying.
I signed up for this and I can't really complain, unlike some other.
Never be able to get away from it.
No, unlike the whatever her name is girl that signed up for the however many men a day in one day.
Oh, I heard. Oh, there's one. Gingy Rabbit. Go.
Yeehaw! So she signed up to do this. She's an OF girl, and she signed up to do this publicity stunt of like 100 men in it one day, and now she's upset. She's like, I didn't know how hard it was going to be and how, dehumanizing
it. Can't walk?
And there's all these articles about how these men exploited her. And I'm like, excuse me, she exploited herself. Whatever happened to women, being able to do whatever they want?
Isn't she the same one that wants to do 1,000?
Yes, now she wants to up the thing.
Stupid me. I if it's her, but I remember hearing that, and I'm like, 1,000. Okay.
I sat there and did the math. That was first.
That's first about one. It's less than 1 a minute, or more than 1 a minute.
You get to dip your wick, and then you have to leave, but you have to wait in line for like hours. And I'm like, but I thought that if it lasts for more than 4 hours, you're supposed to contact a doctor.
Well, not only that, but would you really want to? I would never do that. Ew. No, not my thing. What is this water-like substance coming out of my eyes? Feelings? What feelings? Me caveman, me throw rocks. I love these comments, man. Oh, is she British? Matthew just said, oh yeah, she's over here, although Britain doesn't claim her. Is she British? I didn't know. I hear about these things because, people tell me about them, but I just, if she wants to do that, it's her business.
It's her business, but for people, other women to sit there and say that men are exploiting her when she's the one
she's exploiting them,
who volunteered herself. No.
Now, I don't know the answer to this. I probably shouldn't ask it. Did I assume they filmed it and put it out somewhere for her to make money off of?
I have no idea.
I'm assuming. Is she going to pay those guys? If not, she's exploited them. Can you imagine signing that release? Because for those of you that don't know, if you go on TV or movies or whatever, technically you're supposed to sign a release that they can use your image. So I don't know if that applies in that industry, but can you imagine having to fill out that paperwork?
Norway. We have someone from Norway. We had someone from Sweden earlier.
Oh, we've had people from... So Norway, we've had Sweden, Britain, Canada, I saw earlier.
Australia.
Australia's, I know is on every week because that's where Angel is, if I remember right. We've had, it's been a while since we... Tell us what country you're in if you're not in the U.S. Because we had, last I tracked it, was over 100 countries that watched us. This girl who wants to hit 1,000 clearly never saw the baby of Macon. Yeah, I just, ew. I'm sorry. I'm not a prude, but no. We both saw a comment. We are not going to repeat it. It's over on YouTube. You're going to have to go watch it there. We cannot, if we say that one, Adam won today. Adam, you win. Although Hayes was doing good with all the hat and mustaches. Maybe if he did a few more. Yeah. Moving on from that.
Moving on.
Country's in
I'm
Minnesota.
not going to be the problem.
So I said, tell me what country you're from. And Country tells me he's from Minnesota. I'm picking on you, Country. You know I love you, brother. That is a whole separate country.
No, here where I live is a whole separate country.
Or will be shortly. Oh, Adam, you're killing me. That's the last comment that's still sitting there. I think he shut everybody else up on YouTube because they all went dead quiet. See, Angel, I remembered where you are. Frank's in the Philippines, which is kind of obvious because it's in your name, my friend. Country just said, isn't the respect part for the Christmas present writing it by hand? That's the abuse part. Yeah, that's probably it because I suggested that they was written
because she has to use her fingers on him for a change.
Oh dear God, Lindsay, do I have to text your husband?
I'm sorry.
We'll have to text your husband.
He'd probably be proud of me.
Good dude, get your wife under control here. Oh my. John, we're going silent because we're reading the comments and we can't repeat some of them. We could repeat them on YouTube, but TikTok would have a serious issue with it. YouTube, we could probably get away with it. Meta, I doubt it too. She is trying to get this live banned. We got about 3 minutes, so let's start wrapping things up. So I just want to say, for myself, a personal thank you to all of you that come and have watched this show, but there's many of you that join us every week. You guys make it fun for me. I know you make it fun for Lindsay, and I truly appreciate all of you. And like I said, I'm going to be going off the grid for about 10 days. You'll still have videos coming, but I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's past, but Happy Hanukkah or whatever other holiday, Boxing Day, all those ones. So I just wanted to give that message out.
Hollow Thankmas. Christmas Hanukkah. Happy Hollow Thankmas. Yep.
Oh, I get it now. It was not called much.
Along with a Happy Christmas Hanukkah. Say that 5 times.
No,
fast.
Thank you.
Same with Dan. Thank you guys. You make your interaction and horrible jokes and humor which match my own because I'm like
good today.
I am like this all the time in real life. Ask Dan. I get even worse when I'm around Mr. Squirrely, but he won't come on air. One
day I'll get the wife on. One day.
Y'all make it worth it. Y'all are the reason why we do what we do to support y'all. So pictures, or it didn't happen this Christmas.
Yeah.
Actually, well, that's so.
No, I just went to the Seinfeld, the nip slip. Lindsay's going, what the frick is Seinfeld? Jesus
I know what Seinfeld is. I don't always get all of the old things.
You do not know the nip slip on Seinfeld?
I do know
okay.
that. I said I don't always get all of the old references, but I can actually sing the theme song to the Beverly Hillbillies.
Well, there you go. So make sure you're following us, because if you're following me, that's awesome. Please continue and make sure you follow Lindsay, which is Squirrel Girl 1988. But go follow us on Boy Meets Squirrel, because our goal is to move this show after the first of the year. I think we'll be able to move it on Facebook by then. I think we'll be good on YouTube. TikTok is a cluster, you know what, but we're adding Facebook. And we're hoping to keep the 4, which is TikTok, YouTube, X, and Insta, but under the Boy Meets Squirrel. So Lindsay's got homework to do this week while I'm on my little mini vacay to try and get TikTok up and running. We're going to be putting content on those also. But we'll be putting more on once those channels are official, so to speak. Oh yeah, it's,
we're doing a soft opening. I didn't
No.
even say anything.
Oh, but you did. See, the thing you don't understand, young lady, is my mind is way dirtier than yours.
I know I count on,
Way dirty.
but I'm counting on it.
See, you saw the innocent, sweet me when you were here. A couple of my clients know the real me. See, but anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Again, awesome year. Next year is going to be even better. I will tease you by saying there's a big announcement coming early next year. Something Lindsay and I are working on. She knows what it is. It is a big, big, big announcement coming. So you'll have to wait to hear about it. We got a couple things we got to do behind the scenes, but we're this close to getting it done. And it's going to be a game changer for all of you. It's going to help men in many, 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 many ways. So there's our little tease for it. All right, I'm good. Merry Christmas to everybody. Lindsay, go ahead and wrap things up.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.